Welcome back to Trouble with Tish. Today we are doing our third look from the Sleigh Queen Palette from Rebellious Unicorn. It will be our last look. The first look I used this row. The second look I used this row. And for this look we're going to use this row. We have a matte green, a shimmer green, a matte blue, and a shimmery gray green color. It's like gray, green, blue color. It's really pretty. Alright, so I think we're going to bring in some other colors. Just so that I can have like a little base. I think I'm going to use this color here to use in my base. Now I have already primed my eyes with the MAC paint pot in Painterly. Yeah, alright, so let's get to making a look. Alright, like I said, I'm going to use that pinky shade. Let me get the thing out here so I can see the colors. This pinky shade is named Vintage. So we're gonna kind of put that all over the lid there. Alright, that created a nice base for us. Now I am going to go in with the matte green shade. And I'm going to kind of stamp that out here. So, the last time that I did a look, I talked about going to get my MRI. So far as I know, that went well. I can't really tell you for sure because I don't know how to read a medical report. So, and the doctor hasn't called me back, so I don't really know. The medical report says things like arthropathy and some kind of cyst and protruding discs and desiccation, and I'm like, okay, well, I can see what all these things mean individually, but only a doctor can give me like the whole picture. And Google is just not friendly. The one thing you can always count on Google for is it will let you know that you are either dying or you're creating life. And it doesn't matter what it is. You can tell Google you stubbed your toe and that it still hurts, and it will tell you that you are either dying or creating life. And pretty sure I'm not dying. And definitely sure I am not creating life. Which is also fun because every time I go in for any kind of test, they always ask me, well, could you be pregnant? And I'm like, no, I could not be pregnant. In fact, your doctors did my hysterectomy. So, I'm a little bit confused as to why you keep asking. It should be right there in my chart. But, whatever. What's really funny is when I went in to have the surgery done on my neck, the same hospital that did my hysterectomy made me take a pregnancy test to prove I wasn't pregnant. Like, you guys don't read anything around here, do you? But yeah, doctors are always all sorts of fun. And so that's the fun I am having with the doctors concerning my back. I also went to see a neurologist for my migraines. And I feel like she tricked me. She kept saying all these technical names of all these medications. Have you taken this? Have you taken that? Have you taken this? Have you taken that? And I'm like, I don't know. I am not a pharmacist or a doctor, so I don't know all the technical names for all these medications. So I got sent home with a prescription for Imitrex, which I know I very clearly stated makes me sick. It makes me sick, gives me this horrible hangover. I'm going to take this blue shade called Ragdoll, and I'm going to put it in the outer V here. And kind of run it through the crease a little bit. So, my experience with doctors lately is just awesome. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to the neurologist, which I don't really like the neurologist I have. I worry about the medications that they prescribe in the first place, because if it affects my mood, with me being bipolar and unmedicated, that's a big, huge risk for me. It could throw me off the, throw me off the deep end pretty much. And, not really a fan of that, approach. Kind of like all the progress I have made for myself in being able to control my actions and control the way that my feelings affect me. I don't have full control over the way they affect me, but I do have a good bit of control over the way I react when I have certain emotions. It's very hard for people who are bipolar. I'm going in with this shimmer shade Coal. I'm going to put this on the outer corner here, or I guess the not nearly as dark as I thought it would be. So I try to be extremely careful about the medications that I take. And when you want me to take a medication on a regular basis, that's supposed to prevent migraines. I get a little bit worried that those medications will mess with my mood and my ability to control my actions when I am upset. I'm not okay with going backwards or feeling like I'm going backwards. All of the medications that I have been given to help my bipolar made me feel crazier, and I can't handle it, that kind of thing. Alright, now I'm going in with this green Mr. G. So I tend to worry about the let's take this every day to prevent kind of medications. Because they tend to be more on the side of kind of seems backwards. I don't really like that kohl shade. I think I'm going to take this green shade and kind of run it all the way across and cover up that kohl shade. I'm not really impressed with it. Although it does kind of make the green shade a little bit different when I put it over the kohl shade. Which is kind of cool. I like that. So, I mean, I used to take a lot of medications. I mean, I used to take like 15 different medications. I had a bag just for medications when I would go somewhere. And I don't want to go back to that. I worked really hard to get off those medications. I feel better not being on those medications. Every time I go to a doctor, they want to prescribe me medications that will affect my mood, but won't do anything for what they are trying to fix. Where did... Ah. They said coming in handy, right? But not only that, but I don't have prescription medication coverage. I'm an idiot. And when I was choosing my supplemental medical program, I chose dental. And then, of course, once I chose dental, the pandemic hit. And then I had surgery after surgery after surgery. And my last surgeon said, well, you can't have any dental work done for 6 months. So I've had dental for almost 2 years now, and I've gotten exactly one thing fixed, which is a whole different story. I'm not a fan of the dentists either. But alright, so I think that I am going to take the blue shade and run it real close to my waterline here. Just kind of tap that on. So I'm kind of wondering if even going back to the neurologist is even a good idea. Because I just, the 2 times that I have seen her, I feel like she didn't listen. And it sucks because the neurologist I had before that, I actually liked her. But the problem is that she was leaving the practice, or she was leaving the, I don't know if she was leaving, like, being a neurologist, or just leaving the practice. But, you know, I don't get to see her anymore because I don't know where she went. I'm going to take this green shade. Kind of run it along there too. Alright, and then kind of smudge this. Alright. I think I'm going to take this green shade here and kind of wrap it down. Run it into that other green. Alright. Alright, I am going to clean things up and do the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Alright, so for foundation, I used the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, Dewy Foundation in Buff Bisque. I used the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish in Light Peach. I used the Too Faced Cocoa Contour. I used the Tarte Shape Tape Setting Powder in Translucent. I used the Hanalei Matte Bronzer. Not really impressed with that. I used the Frat Boy blush from The Balm. From the Collective Cosmetics, I used their highlighter in Concrete Rose. It's got a little green cast to it. For eyeliner, I used the Estee Lauder in Blackest Black for my tight line, and then for my waterline I used the ColourPop Raw Beauty Christie in Time, and then I used the Lash Princess Essence mascara. For my lashes, I used the CR Lashes in Pandora. And For my lips, I use Jeffree Star's Family Jewels. I think that is it. Yeah. So that is my third and final look with the Rebellious Unicorn Sleigh Queen Palette. And I like it. I'm definitely keeping this in my collection. I am a fan of the Rebellious Unicorn formula. So next time we shall use the wheel and pick another one. So hopefully I can keep posting these on Mondays and Fridays, and then I can just keep it going like that. So yeah, that is my last look. I'm excited I get to move on to a new palette. Funny thing though, see, I got a text from my son's ophthalmologist saying that, or ophthalmologist, whoever gives him his glasses, saying that his glasses are ready to be picked up. And I have done all of this. But, I mean, it's bold, and I tried a couple different lipsticks, and they didn't really work out, so I used my wipe, and I feel the fuzzies from the wipe on my lips. But anyways, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. All of that stuff is below. Before I leave, a dear friend, Clara Barrera, is looking for watch hours along with Renee. So I'm going to link her channel below as well. She is so close to her monetization. So let's pull together and get her there. All right. So I hope every single one of you has an absolutely amazing day, and I will see you all next time. Bye.